Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Native Echo Podcast, where we make English simple and enjoyable. I'm Harper, and today I am flying solo. Just me, you, and the kitchen. Yes, today we are spending the whole episode in the kitchen. Not to cook, don't worry, I am not going to give you a recipe. We are here to talk. We are here to listen. And by the end of this episode, you are going to have over 100 real, natural, everyday phrases that people use in the kitchen at home. Not words from a textbook, not vocabulary lists, real phrases. The kind you hear when someone burns something and says, "Oh no, not again." The kind you hear when someone opens the fridge and says, "There is literally nothing to eat." That kind. So get comfortable. Maybe make yourself a cup of tea or coffee. Maybe you're already in your kitchen right now. Perfect. Let's begin. I want to start with something very honest. My kitchen is a disaster zone. I mean it. I love food. I love eating. But cooking is a whole different story. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. You open the fridge, you stare at it for 2 minutes, and then you close it without taking anything. And then you open it again 30 seconds later, like something magically appeared. So the first phrase is exactly that. I'm staring into the fridge. Not looking, staring. Like you are waiting for the fridge to give you an answer. I'm just staring into the fridge, hoping something good appears. You can also say, I've been standing in front of the fridge for 5 minutes. That one is very relatable. And when you finally decide there is nothing useful inside, you say, there is nothing to eat. Or the stronger version, there is literally nothing to eat. The word literally here is just for extra drama. You probably have eggs and some old cheese and half a bottle of ketchup, but still, you say there is literally nothing to eat. Because nothing sounds appealing. Nothing sounds appealing. That is our next phrase. When you look at all your options and none of them feel right, you say, nothing sounds appealing right now. Or you can flip it and say, this sounds really appealing. That pasta sounds really appealing right now. That means it sounds attractive, it sounds good, you want it. Okay, let's go deeper into the kitchen routine. Let's say you are actually going to cook something. The first thing you do, you turn on the stove. Turn on the stove. Or turn the stove on. Both are fine. You turn on the stove, you put the pan on, and you wait for it to heat up. Wait for it to heat up. Or let it heat up. Give it a minute to heat up. And then when you are done, you turn off the stove. Please turn off the stove. This is a very important phrase in every household. Did you turn off the stove? This question is asked by every single person who has ever left the house and then started wondering, did I turn off the stove? You are already on the bus. You are already 5 minutes away. Did I turn off the stove? Sometimes you go back. Sometimes you do not. But the phrase stays with you all day. You can also say, I left the stove on. I think I left the stove on. That is the phrase of panic. I left the stove on is very different from I turned off the stove. One is calm, one is very much not calm. Now, let's talk about boiling water. Boil some water. Put the water on to boil. The water is boiling. Wait for the water to boil. These are all kitchen essentials. Put the kettle on is a very British phrase, but it is very natural and very commonly heard. Put the kettle on. I'll make us some tea. That means go and start heating the water for tea. Very cozy phrase. And when the water is ready, you say, the water is ready, or the kettle is done, or the water has boiled. Simple, but useful. Now let's move to something I do very well, burning things. I burn things all the time. And there is a beautiful collection of phrases around this very relatable experience. The cake burned. Just simple. The cake burned. Or the toast burned. Or I burned the rice. When you do it yourself, you say, I burned it. When the thing just sort of happened on its own in your absence, you say, it burned. It just burned. I walked away for 2 minutes and it burned. There is also the phrase, it got burned. The bottom got burned. The bottom of the pot got burned. This means the burning happens specifically at the bottom, which is very common with rice and pasta. Then there is the smell. Oh, the smell of something burning. The first phrase is, do you smell that? Followed immediately by, something is burning. Something is burning in here. You say this when you are not sure what it is yet, and then you investigate. And usually you find something forgotten on the stove. I forgot about it on the stove. This is one of the most used kitchen confessions. I completely forgot about it on the stove. I got distracted and forgot about it on the stove, and then it burned. Classic sequence. The opposite of burned is undercooked. The chicken is undercooked. This is not cooked enough. It needs more time. Put it back in the oven. It needs more time. Or the pasta is undercooked. It is still a bit hard. Still a bit hard means it is not soft enough yet. And then there is perfectly cooked. This came out perfectly. Came out is a great kitchen phrase. It came out really well. How did the soup come out? It came out amazing. The way you use come out in the kitchen is about the final result. The dish came out better than I expected. Now, let me give you some oven phrases, because the oven has its own whole language. Preheat the oven. Before you put anything in, you preheat the oven. Preheat it to 180 degrees, or preheat it to 200. Preheat just means warm it up in advance. Get it to the right temperature before the food goes in. Put it in the oven. Take it out of the oven. It needs 20 more minutes in the oven. Let it cool before you cut it. That last one is advice that nobody follows. Let it cool before you cut it, and then you cut it immediately because you are too excited and it falls apart. But the phrase is correct. Is it done yet? I love this phrase. Is it done yet? You ask this every 5 minutes when you are hungry and something is in the oven. Is it done yet? Not yet. Is it done yet? Almost. Is it done yet? Stop asking. It is done when it is done. And when it finally is ready, you say, it is done. It is ready. Dinner is ready. The food is ready. Come and eat. Come and get it. These are all phrases to call people to the table. Let's talk about taste now, because this is very important. You put all that work in, or maybe you did not, and the result needs to be described. It turned out delicious. Oh my goodness, it turned out so delicious. This means the final result was delicious. You were not sure how it was going to be, but it turned out delicious. Turned out is used when you are talking about a result that was perhaps unexpected or pleasant. It turned out better than I thought. It turned out really good. It tastes amazing. Simple, beautiful, perfect phrase. This tastes amazing. I do not know what you did, but this tastes amazing. You can also say, this is so good. This is really good. Oh, wow, this is so good. Or the emphatic version. This is so incredibly good, I cannot stop eating it. And the food expression in the opposite direction. It tastes off. Off is a very useful word in the kitchen. If something tastes off, it means something is not quite right. The taste is a little strange. It tastes a bit off. Does this taste off to you? That is when you are suspicious and you want a second opinion. It tastes bland. Bland means there is not enough flavor. No salt, no spice, nothing interesting. It is just bland. Add some salt. It is too bland. Or it needs more seasoning. Seasoning means salt, pepper, spices, herbs, anything that adds flavor. It needs more seasoning. It is too salty. The opposite problem. You added too much salt, and now it is too salty. Or too spicy, too sweet, too sour, too bitter. These are all the over-seasoned versions. Now, there is a phrase that is very dramatic, but very satisfying to say. This is the best thing I have ever eaten. I know you probably say this about once a week for different things, but the phrase itself is wonderful. This is genuinely the best thing I have ever eaten. You can also say, "This is incredible," "This is out of this world," "This melts in your mouth." Melts in your mouth means it is so soft and flavorful that it dissolves the moment you eat it, usually used for chocolate, good meat, pastries. Let me give you some phrases about ingredients and preparation now. Chop the vegetables. Chop just means cut into pieces, usually small pieces. Chop the onion, chop the garlic, chop the herbs. Or dice them. Dice means cut into very small, even cubes. Dice the tomatoes. Finely chop the parsley. Finely means in very small pieces. Slice. Slice is different from chop. Slice means cut into thin, flat pieces. Slice the bread, slice the cucumber, slice the carrots. Thinly sliced means cut very thin. Grate. Grate the cheese. You use a grater and you rub the cheese against it to get small shreds. Freshly grated cheese. Grate the carrot. Grate some lemon zest into it. Peel. Peel the potatoes. Peel the apples. Peel the garlic. This means remove the outer skin. I hate peeling potatoes. That is a very honest and very common statement. Peeling potatoes is nobody's favorite activity. Rinse. Rinse the vegetables. This means wash them quickly under water. Rinse the rice before you cook it. Rinse the lettuce. Just run it under water and rinse it. Drain. Drain the pasta. After you boil pasta, you drain it. This means pour out the water. Drain the water and keep the pasta. Or drain the can of chickpeas. You drain away the liquid. Stir. Stir the soup. Stir it every few minutes so it does not stick to the bottom. Keep stirring. Give it a good stir. A good stir means stir it thoroughly. Really mix it. Mix. Mix it all together. Mix the ingredients together. Mix the batter. Batter is the liquid mixture you make for pancakes or cakes before baking. Mix the batter until smooth. Until smooth means until there are no lumps. Fold. Fold in the egg whites. This is a more gentle version of mixing. When you fold something in, you mix it carefully so you do not lose the air in the mixture. Gently fold the whipped cream into the chocolate. Marinate. Marinate the chicken overnight. Marinate means let the meat or vegetables sit in a sauce or spices for a while to absorb the flavor. Let it marinate for at least 2 hours. The longer it marinates, the more flavor it gets. Simmer. Let it simmer on low heat. Simmer means cook gently at a low temperature, just below boiling. The sauce is simmering. Turn it down to a simmer. This is different from boiling, which is a stronger, more active bubbling. Sauté. Sauté the onions. Sauté means fry something quickly in a little oil over medium to high heat. Sauté the garlic for a minute. Lightly sauté the mushrooms. Now let me give you some phrases about kitchen problems and small disasters, because this is where the most colorful language lives. I spilled something. I spilled the sauce everywhere. I spilled my coffee. I spilled the oil on the counter. Spill means accidentally pour liquid somewhere it should not go. And the related phrase, wipe it up. Wipe up the spill. Grab a cloth and wipe it up. I dropped the egg. The egg cracked. An egg cracked means the shell broke. The egg cracked on the floor. And then you say, well, I guess we are having scrambled eggs. The pot boiled over. When something boils over, it means the liquid got so hot that it bubbled up and came over the top of the pot. The pasta water boiled over. The soup boiled over. Keep an eye on it so it does not boil over. Keep an eye on it is a great phrase. It means watch it, pay attention to it, check on it regularly. The smoke alarm went off. Oh, this one. The smoke alarm went off again. Went off means it started making noise. The smoke alarm goes off when there is too much smoke in the kitchen, which usually means something burned. And then the next phrase naturally follows. Open a window. Open the window. Get some air in here. Fan the smoke away. Wave something at the smoke to make it move. I made a mess. Look at this mess. The kitchen is a disaster. How did this happen? I only made pasta. The cleanup phrases are also useful. Clean up the kitchen, wash the dishes, do the dishes, put the dishes away, wipe down the counter, sweep the floor. Wipe down means clean a surface by wiping it with a cloth. Wipe down the counter after you cook. The pan is dirty, needs soaking. Soaking means leaving it in water for a while before washing so the food comes off more easily. Just leave it to soak. Let it soak overnight. It will be easier to clean in the morning. Now some phrases about fridge and storage. Put it in the fridge. Let it cool down first and then put it in the fridge. Wrap it up before you put it in the fridge. Wrap it up means cover it in plastic wrap or foil, or put it in a container. It is in the freezer. Put it in the freezer and it will last longer. Take it out of the freezer to defrost. Defrost means let frozen food warm up and return to a normal temperature. Defrost it overnight in the fridge, or defrost it in the microwave. This has gone bad. Oh no, this has gone bad. Gone bad means the food is no longer good to eat. It has spoiled. It smells off. It has gone bad. Throw it out. This needs to go in the bin. The bin is the rubbish bin, the trash. This is past its expiry date, or it is past its use-by date. Those phrases mean the date on the packaging has passed, and the food may no longer be safe. Is this still good? Smell this and tell me if it is still good. This is the classic kitchen moment where you open something and you are not sure and you ask someone else to smell it. If their face does the thing, you know. How long has this been in here? I have no idea when I bought this. I genuinely do not know how long this has been in the fridge. These are the phrases of mystery leftovers. And leftovers, such an important kitchen word. Leftovers are the food that remains after a meal. Put the leftovers in the fridge. We can have the leftovers tomorrow. What do you want to do with the leftovers? Heat up the leftovers. Reheat the leftovers. Leftovers always taste better the next day. That is actually true for many dishes. Stew, curry, pasta sauce, always better the next day. Let me give you now some phrases specifically about baking, because baking has its own world. The dough is ready. Knead the dough. Knead means press and fold the dough with your hands repeatedly to make it smooth and elastic. Knead it for about 10 minutes. Let the dough rest. Cover it and let it rest for 30 minutes. Let it rise. The dough needs to rise. Rising means the dough gets bigger as the yeast works. Leave it in a warm place to rise. It doubled in size. The dough doubled in size. That means it got twice as big, which is a good sign. Grease the pan. Grease the baking tin. Grease means coat it with butter or oil so the cake does not stick. Grease and flour the pan means first add butter, then add a little flour on top. This is for baking cakes. The cake is in the oven. Do not open the oven while the cake is baking. This is a rule. If you open the oven too early, the cake can collapse. The cake can sink in the middle. Sank in the middle. The cake sank in the middle. This is disappointing, but it happens. Usually from opening the oven too early or not enough baking powder. Check if it is done. You check with a skewer or a toothpick. Insert a toothpick into the center. If it comes out clean, the cake is done. If it comes out with batter on it, it needs more time. If it comes out clean, you are good. The cake came out perfect. It came out beautifully golden. Golden brown. The crust is golden brown. That is the ideal color for baked things. A beautiful golden brown color. Let it cool on a rack. Once you take it out of the oven, let it cool on a wire rack. Do not cut it while it is hot. The inside is still setting. Setting means it is still firming up. It is not fully solid yet. If you cut it too hot, it falls apart and you are sad. Now some quick fridge and pantry phrases. We are running low on something. We are running low on milk. Running low means you are almost out of it. There is not much left. We are running low on eggs. We are running low on coffee, and that is a crisis. Add it to the shopping list. Make a note of it. We need to get more. We are out of something. We are completely out of sugar. Out of means there is none left. Zero. You have to go to the shop or find a substitute. Is there any left? Is there any pasta left? Is there any soup left? Just checking if there is still some available. How much is left? How much rice do we have left? Use it up. Use up the vegetables before they go bad. This means finish them, consume them before they spoil. Let's use up the leftovers so nothing goes to waste. Goes to waste means gets thrown away without being used. I hate when food goes to waste. Let me give you some phrases about making drinks in the kitchen now, because drinks are kitchen life too. Make a cup of tea. Put the kettle on. Let it brew. Brewing means letting the tea bag or loose leaf tea sit in the hot water so the flavor comes out. Let it brew for 3 minutes. How do you take your tea? How do you take your tea means how do you like it? With milk, sugar, black? I take mine with a splash of milk. A splash means a small amount. Just a splash. Make a coffee. Grind the beans. The grinder is so loud. Put it through the machine. Let it drip. Press the button and wait. Strong coffee, weak coffee. How strong do you like it? I like mine strong. Very strong, please. Squeeze some orange juice. Fresh squeezed orange juice. You squeeze oranges to get the juice out. Freshly squeezed is always better than the stuff from a carton. And some warmth phrases. Warm up some milk. Just heat the milk gently. Do not let it boil. Warm it up on the stove or in the microwave. Heat it gently. Froth the milk. If you have a frother, you froth the milk to get that foam on top. Frothed milk for a homemade latte. Microwave phrases now, because the microwave is so underrated. Pop it in the microwave. Just pop it in the microwave for a minute. Pop in is a casual, quick way of saying put it in. Just pop it in for 2 minutes. Heat it up in the microwave. Microwave it for 30 seconds and check. Reheat it in the microwave. Is it hot all the way through? Hot all the way through means the heat reached the center, not just the outside. Sometimes you microwave something and the outside is burning, but the inside is still cold. That is not hot all the way through. Stir it halfway through. When you microwave something, stir it halfway through so it heats evenly. Evenly means the same throughout. Cover it before you microwave it. Use a microwave-safe cover or plate on top. Microwave-safe means it will not melt or react badly to the microwave. Not everything is microwave-safe. Metal is definitely not microwave-safe. Do not put metal in the microwave. This is important life advice. A few more beautiful everyday phrases to finish with. Can you give me a hand? Can you give me a hand in the kitchen? This means, can you help me? I could use some help in here. I need an extra pair of hands. All these mean the same thing. Please come and help because I am juggling 3 things at once. Something smells good. Something smells amazing in here. What are you cooking? That is a wonderful thing to hear. When someone walks in and says, "What is that smell?" That is incredible. You feel like a professional chef for a moment. I am just throwing something together. Oh, I am just throwing something together. This means you are making something quickly and simply, without a real plan or recipe. Just throwing some things in a pan, improvising with what you have. What are you making? I don't know yet. I'm just throwing something together. This is my go-to recipe. Go-to means the one you always come back to. This is my go-to pasta, my go-to soup. The recipe I can make without even thinking because I have made it so many times. I made it from scratch. Made from scratch means you made it completely from the beginning, using raw ingredients, not a packet or a ready-made mix. This bread is made from scratch. I made the sauce from scratch. It took longer, but it is so much better. It did not turn out the way I planned. Sometimes you follow a recipe, You do everything right, and it just does not turn out the way you planned. The texture is wrong, it looks nothing like the picture, it tastes strange, it did not turn out the way I planned. And then you eat it anyway, because you are hungry. But then other times, and this is the best feeling, you take a bite and you say, "This came out even better than I expected. Even better than I expected." You surprised yourself. You made something that genuinely tasted incredible, and you did not fully believe you could. Those are the moments worth cooking for. Okay, let us do a quick recap before we close today. We covered kitchen routine phrases like turn on the stove, turn off the stove, preheat the oven, put the kettle on. We covered cooking process phrases like let it simmer, give it a stir, saute the onions, let it marinate. We covered result phrases like it turned out delicious, it came out perfectly, it tastes off, it went bad. We covered problem phrases like I burned it boiled over, the smoke alarm went off, I made a mess. We covered fridge phrases like we are running low, we are out of, use it up, it has gone bad. We covered baking phrases like let it rise, came out golden brown, let it cool, check with a toothpick. And we covered those wonderful casual phrases like just throwing something together, made from scratch, my go-to recipe, this is the best thing I have ever eaten. You do not need to memorize all of these. You just need to notice them. The next time you are in your kitchen, try to think in English. Turn on the stove. Let it heat up. Something smells good. It turned out delicious. One phrase at a time. Thank you so much for spending time with me today in the kitchen. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Native Echo Podcast and leave us a comment below. Tell me, what is your go-to recipe? Even one sentence in English. We read every single comment, and it is the best practice you can do. Stay curious, stay warm, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.